Hey y'all, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Listen, I pray that this word blesses you. Pray and ask God for clarity, confirmation, knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Take this word back to the Lord in prayer. Ask God what this word means to you. Any songs and scriptures that drop in my spirit, I'll be sure to put that down below in the description of this video. I got a word. I know it's going to bless you, so block out all distractions and tune in to this word, okay? So, I had a dream last night, and very vivid, and I saw someone like getting on a bus, and I saw them, they had to change shoes before they had got on the bus. So I woke up and I took this word back to God in prayer, asked God what it meant. And so God gave me understanding and revelation on the dream. And he reminded me of a time when I had an interview with a new job that I was relocating to, and he told me that I did great in my interview, and the next step is that I'm going to have to change in my he said I'm going to have to exchange my high heels, because I had wore some heels to my interview, for some steel toe shoes. So he was like, do we have a deal? I'm like, yeah. What? I want this job. I want this job. I'm excited about working for your company. So here's what God is telling you. First off, I want to congratulate whoever is relocating, changing jobs, because somebody is getting an offer letter. I see it in the spirit. So get ready to sign here. They're gonna make you an offer. Get ready to sign here. And so you may be having to get some new shoes. Okay, so congratulations to you. Okay, so what God reminded me of, and that's how I knew I had to bring forth this word. God reminded me of a time when I was working in customer service, and I worked on this job, y'all. Do the math, and you're going to see like the math is crazy. Okay? So when I started this job, I was making $9 an hour. This was years ago. I was making $9 an hour in customer service. I was there 6.5 years, and my pay rate was only $9.69. So 6.5 years, I only got a 69-cent increase. I was making $9.69. And I kept telling myself, you know what? I am tired of working all these hours. And it's like, this is crazy. You know? This should be against the law. You working all these hours and you ain't making no money. So I kept telling myself, like, I'm tired. I kept telling myself I wanted to do something different. I was tired of this job. You working all these long time and you don't get no raise. You don't get no appreciation. You don't get no recognition. You don't get nothing. You know, so I was tired. I remember praying and asking God, I want something better. I remember asking God for better. And this is what I had to go through to get better. So I know this word gonna bless you. So block out everything around you, okay? So when I prayed for better, God pushed me. He pushed me, and I didn't like the way it felt. I didn't understand it. It was uncomfortable. And so what happened, because I kept saying for a long time I wanted to do something different. I kept saying that, like, I want to do something different. And all my friends was like, where you gonna go? This is the only job that's gonna, paying okay and close to home. Where you gonna go? Like, pretty much you make your own schedule. All that was cool, but I wanted more. See, they was comfortable with, just the bare minimum. They was comfortable with just being in this box, and I wanted more. I remember asking God, could you bless me with something better? I want more out of life. I know this is not all you got for me. I'm working. All of my money was being taken from me, due to unforeseen circumstances, in which I'll share it with y'all at a later date. Like, I was working basically for nothing, working just for gas money pretty much, because after all my money was being taken from me. So I remember praying for better, and God had pushed me. God saw that I wasn't going to move voluntarily. I was just talking. But see, God pushed me to see if I was really about that action. So one day, a supervisor who I never had a problem with, she had accused me of hanging up on the customers. I said, I did not hang up on nobody. I didn't hang up on nobody. Something showed in her system where if you work in customer service, they expect for your interactions to match your call log. That doesn't work that way. They expect you, for every customer to call in, they expect for you to open up their account and notate in their account, in which some people just call in for general questions. Just general questions and things of that nature. So, and about the services and what we offer. So, of course, you can't go in and create an account for someone that does not exist. And I tried to explain that to her, because in her system, it was showing to where I was discarding interactions. It was showing like I was hanging up on people or avoiding calls. That was a lie. That was a lie. So she came to me one day with the devil all in her eyes, and I'm sitting there, taking my calls, and she told me to press my phone, put my customer on hold right now. I'm like, huh? You want me to put my customer on hold? What's so important? So I put the customer on hold to hear what she had to say. And she threatened me. She said, if I get one more interaction, something about if your interactions are off, you're going to get fired on the spot. I got so upset because I knew, y'all, I'm standing on this today, and God is my witness. I was not discarding interactions. I was not hanging up on people. I was doing my job. But I remember something clicked in me. The moment she came at me with the craziness, something clicked in me, said, Willette, this is the push that you need. So that day when I got off of work, I could not believe she threatened my job. She came to me and threatened me. She said, if you do it one more time, you're getting fired on the spot. What? Mind you, every day she laughed in my face. Every day we joke. Every day we are like best manager, co-worker buddies. Like every day. It was a crazy time on that job. So mind y'all listen. I was pregnant on this job. I was pregnant because I was there for 6.5 years. So during the time that I was carrying my baby, she used to come rub on my belly and talk to the baby and all this, y'all, all this stuff. So it wasn't like a strange relationship. It was like, I thought we was better than that. But I don't know. Well, I know what it was. It was God pushing me. So let me get to the story. It's the sun going down. Let me get to a story that I got for y'all. So after that incident, when she came to my desk and told me if I do that again, she gonna fire me on the spot. I'm like, is this the same lady that rubbed my belly when I was pregnant? Is this the same lady that always laughing in my face? Oh, okay. I'm okay, God. Have your way, Lord. I see what you're doing, God. I don't like it, but I see what you're doing. So actually what that did was gave me the push to go job hunting. That gave me the push to go look for something else. So let me tell you how God worked. God told me to turn in my 2 weeks notice. So I came back to work that next day, turned in my 2 weeks notice, and she finds out about it. And now she's surprised and shocked. And I told her, she said, why you want to quit? I said, I don't like the fact that you come at me, threatening me when I know I was doing what I was supposed to be doing. I said, I'm not going to let you threaten me and hold that over my head. So now I got to walk on, eggshells, not knowing when you're going to go off again, not knowing, because your flip-flop attitude, I was like, it's best for me to put in my notice and look for something else. She was shocked. She was shocked. She even like expressed sympathy, and she was sorry, and she didn't mean it like that. She didn't, no, you meant what you said. And I took it serious. See, I don't play. One thing I don't play, like when you threaten me, okay, now I'm gonna show you how things are done, because I don't take threats lightly. That's just me. So, turn in my 2 weeks notice. I wait, and I did things right. The Holy Spirit told me to do it right, and I did it right. I turned in my 2 weeks notice. I work every day. I even work overtime, and I just showed up, and I was happy, and I did my job. I did my job from start to finish. Put in my hours, put in my time, was nice and kind to everybody. On my last day, I sent an email to the entire company. Like, everybody on the floor had got my email, and they could not believe, you are leaving? I said, yes, I'm leaving. I got another job. See, I wait till the last day to tell them that I was leaving, because I didn't want nobody to try to talk me out of it. I knew when you had enough, when you get tired of being tired, when you get fed up, and then that's what you need to move on to something better. The Holy Spirit had to push me. It was uncomfortable. I didn't like it. I didn't understand it, but God pushed me, and I had to move when God says move. So when I had got this new job, and I got my offer, and he told me that congratulations, all you got to do next is trade in your high heels for some steel-toed shoe, and you're good to go. So look, y'all, on the new job, remind you, I was making $9.69. Okay? After 6.5 years, I only had got a 69-cent pay increase. I started out at $9. I ended at $9.69. I got to this new job, y'all. 2 weeks exactly after God told me to turn in my 2 weeks notice. Exactly 2 weeks. Okay? Because my job, my 2 weeks ended on like that Friday, and my new job had started like that following Monday. So when I got in there, how about I was making $15 an hour? Listen, y'all, we had a 90-day evaluation. After the 90 days, you get a raise. How about I went from $15 to $18 in less than 90 days? That's not even the best part. Ooh, I hate that the sun is going down, y'all, but listen, let me try to get some light. So, after my 90 days, it was before my 90 days was up. I went up to 18. I went from $15 to $18. How about when I got to the job, I was just in time. The company was having some type of bonus that they was giving their employees. Don't y'all know that I had qualified for the bonus? I qualified. It was a few $100s. I had qualified for the bonus. I had only been there about 90 days and got a bonus for a few $100s. Not even that. After 6 more months, y'all, listen, y'all. After 6 more months, they upped my pay increase based off of my performance, and the plant had a whole, I don't know what, they gave the whole plant a raise. So my pay went from $18 to $20.69. So you tell me that wasn't God. I know it was God. The moral of this story. Let me get out this car so y'all can see me. Woo! I'm gonna have to be loud today, and the neighborhood probably gonna be looking at me crazy. But look, y'all, the moral of this story: move when God tell you to move. Okay? Sometimes it takes you getting fed up before you can get your blessing. Sometimes that's what it takes for God to open your eyes, and you can see that there's something greater and better on the other side. So I went from making $9.69 an hour to $20, over $20 an hour. I know it was God. I know it was God. Nobody can tell me different. So look, y'all. Look, let me sit in the car. Whole lot of traffic riding by. Whole lot going on. Block out the distractions. I told y'all this about to get real. So, the way the Lord set that increase up, y'all, it blew my mind. If I hadn't moved when God told me to move, I would have still been stuck walking on eggshells, making $9.69, taking all kind of verbal abuse from managers. Y'all know how that go. People who get these titles and they do too much and they take their job too serious and then they start mistreating people and mishandling people. That's what happened to me. So I remember praying God for an increase, and the Lord sent the increase in a push. The Lord sent my increase in me being pushed out of my comfort zone. Had I sat there and let people talk me into staying at that job, I would have missed my blessing, y'all. I would have missed my blessing. Mind you, on this new job, I had unlimited overtime. I could have, I had great hours. I had more time to spend with my children. Oh, I had way better benefits. They had actually family day. They had an employee appreciation day. I even got employee of the month. I still got that award. I got employee of the month, and I got recognition for my hard work. Let me tell you something. Where they don't appreciate you at now, God is about to push you and put you in front of people that don't mind pouring into you, that don't mind clapping for you, that don't mind telling you congratulations. That is what God is doing. So congratulations on your new job, your job offer. God is telling you that you already got the job. So somebody gonna have to be looking for some new shoes. I'm telling you what God showed me in the spirit. You can't stay stuck because you're comfortable. It's easy for us to stay in that box and get talked to and treated like we're nothing because we're comfortable and we're afraid to step out into the new. But God sometimes got to push you. And I knew what God was doing, but I didn't like it. But also, I was obedient. I didn't like it, but I was obedient to God's word. God told me to move, I move. Listen, y'all, when God tells you to move, you move. Your blessing is in your obedience. You can't see what God is doing from here. That's why he got to move you there. And many of you sitting there trying to figure out how it's going to work out, when it's going to work out. When God tells you to move, move. Your blessing is waiting on you. Your blessing is waiting on you. Your increase is waiting on you. It's in your obedience. That's what God is telling you in this season. Don't let fear stop you from getting your next. You just reached a whole new level, but it's time for you to change your shoes. I'm telling somebody, you got to change your shoes. It's time to go to work. It's time to put into action. It's time to make some moves. I saw this thing in the spirit already. I saw this already. So it's going to happen. If you've been applying at different jobs and applications, get ready for your offer letter. Get ready to sign your offer letter. God is about to do it. And you was wondering when, you was wondering how, and you wanted this move for so long. You wanted this change for so long, but you were stuck in your own thoughts. You were stuck in overthinking. You were stuck in trying to figure it out yourself. But God is telling you, I already got it worked out for you. I've already got it worked out for you. When I prayed for that thing, I meant what I said. I said, God, I will not tolerate this lady disrespecting me. I will not have nobody holding nothing over my head. I will not have somebody picking on me. And I know I ain't did nothing wrong. Because I moved when God told me to move, I had increase waiting on me. I had a pay raise waiting on me. I had better benefits waiting on me. And on this job, you get HSA, you get great health benefits. It was so much more that came along. I was appreciated and I felt good. I couldn't believe it. For a long time, I was like, wow, this is too good to be true. This is too good to be true. So I know, I'm telling you, this is your season of increase. Don't let fear stop you. This is your season of increase. Sometimes you got to get fed up before you can see what God promised you. You got to get fed up with these people treating you like this. You got to get fed up with the bare minimum, with the minimum wage. This is your season of increase, overflow. And you hear that sound? Rapid increase. It's happening. It's happening for you. God doing this for you because he sees what's going on in the workplace. And see, so many times we be thinking like, maybe they might just appreciate me. You know, we get so comfortable, and people, these jobs do just the bare minimum to keep you stuck. Listen, y'all, these jobs will do the bare minimum to keep you, okay, from seeing your worth, They don't want you to know that somebody else will pay you way more money than what they're paying you. They don't want you to know that that job over there is going to offer you better benefits. They don't want you to know that that job over there is going to have better hours, a better pay rate. They don't want you to know. They want to keep you stuck paying you the bare minimum so you'll never see your worth. But it's time for you to get out that box. It's time for you to let God push you. That push is not going to feel good, but it's time to get to moving. Your increase is waiting on you. Your pay raise is waiting on you. That's what God is doing in this season. I don't know if you can hear the ice cream truck. I wish you could hear it. Maybe he might come through here in a little bit. But when I hear the ice cream truck, that's a sweet sound of increase. That's a sweet sound of the overflow that God promised you. That's a sweet sound of victory. You will no longer be taken for granted. You will no longer be looked over. You will no longer be underappreciated. God is putting you in the forefront. Get ready to get blessed. It's time for you to change your shoes, y'all. Get ready to go buy your new shoes, y'all. I'm telling you, congratulations on your job. This is the move that you prayed for. This is what you asked God for, okay? I love you. Take this word back to the Lord in prayer. And you already know God loves you way more. Be blessed, y'all. Bye.